Hello my friends, welcome back to A Drill and a Dream. Today is a very, very exciting day. I am here with my mom and today we are going to start working on the front garden, which is something I have been really, excited to do the last few weeks. So what I want, I've told you before, is just like kind of a wrap around the front porch. We were thinking maybe like 3 or 4 feet deep and just something simple, kind of like a cottage garden sort of style is what I think that I want. And we're going to be putting some perennials in and then some annuals later, but we probably won't do that right off because it's still kind of cold. But today we just are going to start working on getting making the actual garden part of it, because right now it's just grass, kind of grass. Also, there's like big piles, like this is all kind of sandy stuff that was from underneath the porch when we did it. All of the sand kind of got pushed around and it's just kind of yucky. I don't know. So we have to take up the grass and then we're going to put poop, manure, like from my dad's barnyard in here, and that's going to make it better growing soil, and hopefully we'll make a great garden. Hopefully not with too many weeds, because that can be the issue, but we're hopeful. Also, these little sweet tulips are starting to like almost open up a little bit, and that's exciting, but we're just gonna have to work around it as we're making this flower bed.
Yeah, I was thinking I think maybe you could kind of work around them. Mm-hmm. They could always be there, and they will, if you want them like that.
Do you think that's an okay place for them? I mean, actually, I don't know what colors they are either.
Well, we'll just have to see. But, yeah, you may not want them here because you may not like the color.
Right.
And you can get some to go with your color scheme.
Right. We can see when they bloom, and then if we don't like them, we can just move them somewhere else.
So you want to measure to see what you think the 3 feet is. So 3 or 4 feet, and then we'll think about it, like...
If it seems like enough?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go get my tape measure. Okay, so this is 3 feet. And that doesn't seem like very much.
Okay, where's 4 feet? Probably about to your line. What do you think?
I think 4 feet.
Okay, I think we can easily do that.
3 feet seemed so big when it was in the kitchen.
Yeah, this is a pretty long situation here, but...
Too long? Am I overdoing it?
But if you want to get the complement, or, like depth, and I think I got enough stuff to help you.
Yeah, so it's not
fill
all
it in.
Like buying stuff. It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So we want to do like a lot of annuals that kind of go longer seasons, but mixed with perennials. And I have a color scheme in mind that's kind of like a dark red / purples with some like light pinks / peaches, corally colors, and always like white's always good. So kind of that color scheme, and obviously have like higher plants in the back, medium, low, so it's all of the layers and just kind of intermingled with different colors and plants and cottagey. Clive, what do you think? You're so cute. You're supposed to be inside.
He wants to enjoy the sunshine.
I know. I just don't want the ticks to enjoy him.
Okay, well, it'd be nice if we could measure it, like, go along so we keep it straight. You know what I mean?
I'll go get my laser level.
And then you also are going to put a rock down there for the step, right?
Yes.
Mark it off so we don't
do that.
Forget about it.
Because I have my tractor out, and I just might need a little help rolling one onto it. And then we can pop it off. Okay, I wonder if this is going to be too bright to see anything.
Probably.
Shucks. Seemed like such a good idea. I can't see a blooming thing.
Oh, it won't work, huh?
Nope.
Well,
we'll just have to use like we could just keep measuring it.
Yeah, we can just keep measuring it. I don't think this is going to be too terrible.
Good.
I wish I had brought my shower curtain so we could throw it on there and then just drag it off somewhere.
Do you want to
I can run home and get it. Huh?
Wagon?
Yeah, we can, but you have to dump it out, or does it dump?
It does not dump.
I'm gonna run home and get my shower curtain.
I have lots of tarps.
Okay, a tarp. Sun comes up over there.
I feel like it's more over there.
Over there. I wish we knew how much morning sun it does get. Maybe it hardly ever does get sun. It is north
I
side
wouldn't
of
think
the
it
house.
got most. I wouldn't think that it gets much morning sun. I mean, that part of it.
It's only going to get late afternoon sun.
Yeah.
So we really do
I
have
think.
to be a little bit careful what we
So
plant
want,
in
like,
here.
Only part
Part
or shady.
shady, not full sun stuff.
Right.
So just have to keep that in mind.
Right.
But there's a lot of stuff you can use. Some stuff will still flower, it just takes longer.
Right.
Other stuff just won't do as good. Get some stuff on this so it'll stay down. So I used this twisty thing a little bit. I just feel like this is the heaviest grass part.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can either do it like this and pull it up, or dig it and just take out the top.
Mm-hmm.
If you had really good grass, you can kind of roll the top right up.
Yeah, that's nice.
But I don't think it would do it. I don't think it's that good. So we can just loosen it and pull it up, maybe. Or use dig. We'll figure it out.
What should I do?
We can start.
Just pick it up?
Yeah, let's just start picking stuff up. One or the other. Whatever one you want to do.
It's starting to look better already.
Well, there you go. I better watch out for your fingers. And it's almost, right now this stuff right here is like harder, so maybe we can shovel that up. We can swap out back and forth if you want.
Okay.
Or you can shovel whatever. You could use like if we did have the right length, like right now, if you went and cut
Edging?
edge,
Okay.
it's perfect right now. That's pretty funny, but
We're using the sun as our laser level.
there you go, perfect. Just so long as we can see the line. Should be good. Perfect. And I'll show you, and you might be able to make another line right there, and then you can roll it up to where it's really
Yes.
grassy. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
And get more done faster. I'll work on this stuff.
I think that's what we did at the other house. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
There's rocks. So this side might be like less. This side,
And it could be.
like maybe just make it like this.
Or you could like angle it in somehow if you wanted. Like
Maybe I
it
should
comes-
make it just straight up to the thing and not have a little strip of grass.
Oh yeah. Make it up to the step right there?
No, I mean to the driveway.
Oh. Yeah.
And have
whatever
just like
you
a
want.
little something. That makes more sense.
Or some sort of border.
Have some sort of border.
Yeah.
But not have
Like you could put
a little strip of
stones
grass,
or
grass
anything.
that I have to
Right.
mow.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I mean, if you want to, did you make the whole line yet?
Yeah.
You could start making those little lines and rolling stuff up, I guess. This is really, it's just all a bunch of rocks. And you know what?
What?
I hope they didn't like put gravel in here. I don't know. I don't know.
It's gonna be miserable.
I don't know. It just, there's a whole bunch of rocks right here. And maybe it's just from
But it could
over
also,
time.
but right there is probably a lot of it is little pieces of cement from the porch.
Oh, okay. Once we get started, then you can just work on it whenever too, and
Right.
I can help you and sometimes.
Hey guys, I don't know how much, my phone just died and I just saw that it was dead. So I don't know how much you've missed, but we're making really great progress. Almost done getting all of the grass out, and that's very exciting. Well, what I can work on is just trying to pull the rocks out and get what I can out. And
You want to try to get this over there? Or?
yeah, if we could. Okay, so that's what we're doing for today. We got pretty much all of the grass out for the whole garden. Next, I need to work on getting rocks out of it because there's a lot of rocks going on in this garden. So I'm going to try to rake out what I can and get rid of those. And then we will put the, I guess the proper way to say it is we will amend the soil with manure, basically. So we're going to go get some gross stuff from Dad's barnyard and mix it all into the soil. Yum yum, what a treat. Hey friends, so I don't really have all of my filming stuff out here, but I was working on the front garden today and I wanted to show you what I was doing so you can see the full picture. So I've been working on just taking the bigger stones out as much as I can and putting them into the tractor, but over here where there was, sorry if it's windy, over here where there was kind of, you can see it's higher and it's more sandy stuff and tons of stones. I mean, this is just filled with stones. So what I'm doing is actually just shoveling out and putting it into the bucket, and then I'll just go dump it somewhere because that'll make it the same height as the rest of the garden. It'll get rid of a bunch of the sand and a lot of the stones, and even like a lot of it's not actually stones, it's like little pieces of concrete from the old porch, because the old porch was concrete and underneath the concrete was all sand, and all of that, a lot of it got pushed here so that we could have a level porch, so we could make the floor treads, is that the floor joists, put those in and make them all level. So we had to push the sand somewhere, and here it is. So I think it's a good idea just to take out what I can of it, even though it's more work, because in the long run it'll make it more even, and I don't think sand is the best growing material anyway. So that's what I'm working on. It's literally just filled with rocks. Friends, so I wanted to give you an update of what it's looking like. I think it's looking very good. Clive, what do you think? He likes it. So I think it's a lot flatter across, and I got a lot of rocks out. I think I got probably, I think it was 3 or 4 loads of rocks / sand, but it just looks a lot more put together. Looks a lot more like dirt garden sort of thing. I cannot wait to see this all come together. By the way, this thing, I don't actually know what it is, but if I had to guess, I think that it's a conduit that goes over to the shed. You can see that right there. Where's my finger? Right there. So I think that might be what it is. I don't actually know. I'm wondering if I could stick some wire down there, like just keep pushing it down and see if it comes out the other side, because if yes, then that could be a way. Obviously there used to be electricity over at that shed. I'm not sure how, or like I don't think it's possible to, I don't know, it doesn't have electricity now, long story short, and I would love to have electricity. So if there was already a pipe underground, I'm guessing that's how electricity gets from one place to the other. I'm not actually knowing that for sure, but I think so. So if that was the case, maybe we could somehow use what's already there without having to do any excavation, and run the wire through and have electricity over there. That would be really, really nice. Just to have some lights or whatever, you know, an outlet or two in there would be awesome. So we'll have to play around with that someday. I wanted to cut this. I mean, we could still probably cut it, you know, a lot lower to the ground, but I think I should leave it there in general, and do a little playing around with it. But it looks kind of goofy right now. But other than that goofy thing, it looks really nice. I'm so pumped to continue this front garden process. Hey friends, so I'm switching up the end of this video a little bit from what I was originally thinking, because just of timing and stuff, but also I learned today that my very favorite greenhouse has opened for the season, and I know from experience how quickly stuff goes, especially from that greenhouse, because it's just so beautiful. And if even like after a couple weeks after it's open, stuff is gone way down. I'm pretty sure it just opened. So today, me and Mom and my friend Amanda are headed to the greenhouse to check things out, see what I can get, and I'm super excited to see what we will find. Okay, welcome to my favorite greenhouse ever. They just make the most beautiful arrangements, and they put together such interesting colors and different plants. They just do such a great job, and they're the sweetest family. Anyway, I love this greenhouse. We looked, and I kind of copied some of their ideas and tried to figure out what I was going to do for my hanging baskets. I want to have 4 different hanging baskets on my front porch, and instead of just buying them like I have done a lot in the past, I picked out different plants, kind of getting some inspiration from theirs, and I picked out the plants to put in the pots myself because I already had some nice pots, hanging pots from last year. So once I figured my hanging baskets out, I also picked up some annuals for my front garden, so they'll hopefully give a little bit more of constant color and more longer blooming flowers for the front than the perennials will be. Okay, sorry it's super windy. My car was so clean, and now it's going to be filled with leaves and stuff, but I got the most beautiful things at the greenhouse. So excited. Where to even begin? probably with this beautiful thing. So I got this, it's a burning bush. And so in the fall time, it turns into like this bright, deep red color, which is super fun. Like I said before, my color scheme, which I'm not going to put this in the front garden, I don't think, but my color scheme is going to be mostly like deep reds, maroons, burgundies kind of thing with some light pinks, corally, whites, of course, that kind of color scheme. And what I got here today was a bunch of different annuals for the front garden. Not a ton. I'm not sure what I have, what I need for that, but I did get enough stuff for 4 hanging baskets, for 4 very plush hanging baskets. I'm hoping that they'll be very, filled. I already have the baskets. I'm using the baskets that I did last year, and usually I just honestly buy them fully made from them because they do such a beautiful job of making hanging baskets. But because I got those really nice baskets last year, I wanted to fill them up again this year myself, and I think that it ended up being a lot cheaper to buy all the stuff, even though it was still like a lot of stuff. But I think it ended up being cheaper. Anyway, it's gonna be so beautiful. So I got all this stuff, and I'm here at my parents' house. I'm going to put it in the greenhouse. My mom so graciously said that I could use this little side lean-to area to put a bunch of the stuff in, so that'll be really great. It's gonna be a few weeks before I can plant in the ground or even have hanging stuff out. But just look at this cacophony of colors. Oh, I'm so excited. All the deeps and the lights. That purplish one is actually Mom's. It looks a little bit different, different color scheme, but look at that. Oh my ever-loving goodness, is that not gorgeous? So I got all of these begonias over here, actually for the, for the garden. How beautiful these are. Beautiful. I gotta remember what is what, because these begonias are the hanging basket ones, sorry. But they're taller. They have the different leaves actually. The more pointy kind. They're so pretty.
Good. Oh, you already put some in there, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we know there's probably no chance of frost, you can put stuff out,
Right.
But just a little bit
I don't know
early. Want me to open this one up?
Sorry.
I can just, that stuff came up in there, and it does not need to be in there. Some lettuce came up in there, and there's some lilies in there.
Well, maybe I should go this way.
Yeah, you might get more in.
Not sure what I have.
Beautiful.
I only have one more box and then that bush.
I love those fuchsias. They're so beautiful.
Oopsie daisy. Okay, so I have fuchsias. Oh, they're so pretty for the hanging baskets. And then these are begonias for the front garden. And then I'm going to have one of these guys in each hanging basket. Then these funky things called
Corabelle.
Heuchera. Corabelles are for the front garden. These things are for the front garden. They're also fuchsia. Is that right?
I think so.
But obviously a different flavor than these. Then these are for the hanging baskets. And then I've got some vines for the hanging baskets. And these little guys are for the hanging baskets. They're, I don't know, little umbrella things. And then some eucalyptus, just for fun. Seriously, it's so pretty. Those colors are so pretty. Oh my goodness. Can't wait. Now this bush.
Oh yeah, your bush.
My poor car. Goodbye, new car. Hello, real life.
Yep. Well, you can still clean it out.
Yeah, I mean, it might be okay in the garage. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you have space. I don't want it to be taking up all your thing.
I'm going to turn the heat on in here pretty soon. It's still 70 in here. I'm surprised.
It has little baby flowers right now, and it's going to turn into berries. But then in the fall time, it becomes this bright red thing. $29.99. Isn't that a great price for this like big, sturdy bush? I think it is. By the way, I got all of that stuff, and I mean, I know it's still a lot, but it was $238. I think that's a really good price for all of that stuff. That's a nice greenhouse.
That is top notch.
Like seriously. If you guys are local people, it is Sunny Ridge Greenhouse. Top notch.
Come on in.
Hi, chickens. They're pretty pleasant creatures.
Yeah, they visit. If I'm in the garden, they come visit me.
I have thought about getting chickens, but I don't. Then I don't.
Scratch up your mulch.
Yeah. But also, they would give you free eggs.
Yeah.
Which
They're
is
not free. But when they're out like
I'm sure
this,
they're still
it's
like
amazing.
very
They
cheap
are
compared.
Really nice eggs.
Right.
Their yolks are like really deep
Yeah.
orange. They're really good for you.
These are so pretty.
Yeah, they really are.
With the
I think I'm
red
going to experiment
underbelly.
with mine and just break one of these off and see if I can get them to propagate more. I'm always trying to do things like that. I might, though. It's got a little time.
Is this eucalyptus? Or is it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is.
eucalyptus.
Oh, it smells so good.
I want to try it. There's all these new little ones coming.
Yeah, Missy said that she had a thing and it just went crazy over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that will be the case.
Great.
Because I really like eucalyptus.
Yeah, and then you can
Smells so
dry
good.
it or whatever.
Yeah, have it in my shower.
Yeah.
Love it.
Awesome. Yeah, we ended up getting a lot of the same things, but I'm excited about my lavender.
Yes.
Smell it.
That smells a lot.
Really good.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Such a cute greenhouse.
I love it. Oh, I like having
I'm
you
excited.
in here.
One other thing, I'm sorry if it's really windy. There was a weeping cherry tree that I may be getting as well. If I find a good place for it in the full sun. Because it was really quite nice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so the video didn't pan out exactly like I first imagined because I thought that we were going to be doing the manure on the lawn first, but quite frankly, I think what we did was way more fun and exciting, and you know, there's always next time. So be sure to stay tuned as we continue this process of, you know, making this garden into a garden. I mean, you really don't want to miss out on a fun video of Abby playing with manure, she said sarcastically. However, I am soon going to start planting the perennials that are already growing in Mom's garden. We can plant into the ground anytime because they're already obviously used to the cold ground. So that is coming out very soon. I'm hoping this coming week. I'm filming this like Friday night, and tomorrow is Saturday when this video is coming out. But I'm hoping in the next week to plant at least the perennials and get that manure in, like I said, all that fun stuff. So stay tuned for that video coming soon. But before I close off today, I have to show you the most exciting thing that happened in the garden. So I came home today and you can see that this little guy is starting to come out, a beautiful yellow tulip. They're coming, they're coming, they're coming, they're coming, and whoop-pow, look at that. I'm so excited. It is so beautiful. This is such a beautiful color. And does it not go with my color scheme perfectly? Seriously. Of course, I just threw them in. It looks like this one might be pink, and this one might be pink as well. And then yellow. I'm not sure about you. Pink, probably. Pink, yellow, yellow. Yeah. So over here, this one's coming out a little bit too. I've got one on each side of the entry. That one, not so much. But this one's starting to open up. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Tulips are easily one of my favorite flowers. They're just so gorgeous. So exciting. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh my goodness, it's so windy. Apologies apologies. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am so excited that this is starting to take form because I have been literally thinking about this, waiting on this for almost 3 years now. Pretty much 3 years. I decided that I was going to buy this house actually, honestly, about 3 years ago, like today. It was the very beginning of May, if I recall. Beginning of May that I decided, and then the first day of June 3 years ago was when I started my YouTube channel, I think, something like that. So yeah, it's really been about 3 years, and ever since the very first day, I knew that I wanted to have, you know, a wrap around garden in front of the porch, and here it is finally taking place. So that's really, really exciting. It looks so great. I can't wait till it's filled with vibrant colors and beautiful plants. I really, really like it so far, and I think that I'm off to a good start in liking gardening, which was my goal, because I want to have beautiful, beautiful gardens, but I don't want it to be a chore. I want to enjoy it. So that's why I'm trying to start small and really, you know, enjoy every little step along the way, and hopefully grow more used to gardening, kind of get in the habit before I go too crazy. You might already think that I'm going too crazy, but we'll see. So I'm very, very excited. I will keep you updated, of course, along the way, and I'm hoping that within the next week or two, we'll really have the garden starting to take shape, and so excited to see it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will tune in next time to see what's happening here at the house. Happy, happy spring to you all. I will see you guys next time on A Drill and a Dream.